Hey y'all, welcome to another episode here at Gear Up Pickleball. Today we are talking about the Slyce Speed Cap. Now you may be wondering, what is the Slyce Speed Cap? Well, it's a weighted end cap that is a replacement for your stock end cap on your paddle. Why might you want to replace the stock end cap on your paddle? Well, these weighted end caps, they add extra weight at the bottom of your paddle to bring the balance point down on your paddle so that way it feels lighter. If you've ever swung a hammer around from either end, you'll notice that when you hold the actual hammer point in your hand and you swing that around, it feels a lot lighter. That is what this speed cap is mimicking here. Now the Slyce Speed Cap is made out of 6061 aircraft aluminum for the 1 ounce and the slim version, and the ½ ounce version is made of Darlin plastic and carbon fiber. Also, like to thank Rick over at Mega Pickleball for lending me the ½ ounce and full ounce speed caps here. You may see his name pop up on these speed caps because they were customized after him. So thank you, Rick. All right, guys, so you may be wondering, what are the benefits of using the Slyce Pickleball Speed Cap? Well, to start, the company states on their website that this speed cap is supposed to elevate your responsiveness, control, and power in each of your shots. Also, I think it's really cool how you can customize these to different colors and add your name to them to really just make the paddle your own. I personally don't think the ½ ounce is a lot of weight to really make a difference, so I am actually testing the 1 ounce here on this paddle, and we're gonna go take this out to the courts to test the responsiveness, the speed, and the control to really see if the Slyce Pickleball Speed Cap actually improves your game. All right, guys, we just got done with our on-court play test of the Slyce Pickleball Speed Cap. Again, I got the 1 ounce on this Paddle Tech paddle, TKOC paddle, and we did a comparison between the 1 ounce as well as with no speed cap on the paddle. So what we found, we took a radar gun and we found that when you play with the Slyce Speed Cap paddle, you actually get more miles per hour on your serve. And we saw that I was hitting serves between 47 and 45 miles per hour with this paddle compared to the regular TKOC where I was getting 43 to 45 miles per hour on my serves. So this paddle definitely with the Slyce Speed Cap gets a lot more power and you get a lot more responsiveness out of it. I felt a lot more balance when I was hitting this paddle up at the kitchen line, and I felt a lot more responsiveness when going for speed ups as well. And I would say that this really does bring the balance point down on the paddle, helps you feel steady and stable, makes counters really nice, and would definitely say this makes a difference in your game. All right, guys, we'll see you guys back in the studio for the rest of our review. Thank you all for watching. All right, guys, welcome back to the studio. I've been playing with the Slyce Pickleball Speed Cap for about a week now, and I've got to say that I have enjoyed playing with it overall, just with my matches and whatnot. For myself, I didn't think the ½ ounce really added enough weight to make a difference, but talking to some of the other players, they said that they actually thought the ½ ounce was perfect for them and added that perfect amount of weight to really make a difference in their game. So don't be afraid to try out the ½ ounce if you think that the 1 ounce might be a little bit too much for you. Let's talk about cons. This speed cap is expensive. It comes in at $29.95, and that's without any of the engravings or any of the colors. If you want to get your speed cap in a different color, it's an additional $6. And if you want to get your name engraved or a phrase engraved at all, it adds another $12 to that, bringing the price of this speed cap alone to almost $50. And guys, let's be real, it's an end cap. It's nothing super special, but I totally understand if you have the money and you want something that'll make your paddle pop a little bit. These things do look really cool and they look really sleek. But if you're just looking for that technical performance and wanting to bring that balance point down on your paddle, I would recommend just use some tungsten or lead tape, put it on your handle or around the butt of your paddle, and call it a day there. You can wrap that up in some overgrip and you'll barely notice that it's there. Other cons with this speed cap is when you're holding the paddle in your hand, the end cap actually sticks out a little bit and can feel a little weird in your hand. For me personally, I thought this was fine. I didn't have much issue with it because I hold my paddle a little bit higher. But if you're someone who likes to grip the paddle lower, you're gonna feel that end cap at the end there, and it's not going to be very comfortable. I also noticed with some of my longer play sessions where I would play 5 to 6 games at a time, my wrists and my arms would get very exhausted when playing, and I would feel that soreness in my wrist and in my arms when playing with the speed cap and just having that extra weight on my paddle. I also noticed too that I felt like my hand speeds were a little bit slower with the 1 ounce. Just so much weight and so much additional swing weight being added. I definitely felt a difference in just how fast my hands were, but I did feel like my put away power was very strong with the speed cap in hand. I also had trouble with resets. I had some pop-ups when I was trying to reset the ball, and I found it very difficult to bring those under control. I understand that the TKOC is a poppy paddle, and adding a weighted end cap doesn't really help in terms of that control there. I will say though that when I was up at the kitchen line, I felt confident in putting the ball away and having that extra power to do so. All right guys, that concludes my review of the Slyce end cap paddle. I still think personally that these things look really cool and really awesome. So if you do have the money and you want something that's not jerry-rigging your paddle with some lead or tungsten tape at the bottom, I would recommend these. Very cool colors, very cool designs. They even just came out with a Hawaii special edition. I'll have a picture of that right here so you can take a look at that I think looks really cool. All right guys, that concludes our review of the Slyce Pickleball Speed Cap. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this thing? Do you think it's legit? Do you think it's not? Would love to hear from you and talk to you guys below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.